Hello, you beautiful being. Fairy Sam here, back with another recap of the challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies. Once upon an upload. It seems like Fessy is finally facing a consequence. After last week's episode ended on a cliffhanger, robbing us of an entire elimination after the Big Brother Alliance blew up, we finally got to see what's basically the second half of last week's episode. I think we should have just gotten our regular double episode last week, but at least Fessy finally had to face some consequences for his action. After Fessy pushed Josh's face, it's not even a full physical fight, but yeah, whatever. Josh throws a drink at Fessy while security separates them. Josh is jumping around and singing about how Fessy isn't going to see a final again. And Amber continues to fight verbally with Esther and Berna until Esther finally apologizes for throwing the drink in her face. Spilling her drink. Eventually, Esther and Amber hug it out, but I still don't understand what Berna's issue with Amber is, and she's not feeling apologetic at all, even though this fight had nothing to do with her. Berna even says at one point that Amber started the drama, and again, I would like to know how, and why is Berna even involved at all?
House vote, Fessy and Ester. House vote, house vote.
Then Josh tries to rally everyone into making Fessy and Esther their house vote, and he asks Kaycee to pick him or Fessy, but she just gets pissed at him for putting her in the middle. She also very clearly does not pick a side, which I don't think Josh noticed, but of course we did. Kaycee may not verbalize her priorities, but she always sides with Fessy over Josh, or anyone else for that matter. I just wish Josh wakes up to this Big Brother Alliance fairy tale. Yes, they are friends outside the game, but Josh is the least priority in the alliance apart from Amber, that is. And after the way Fessy treated Kaycee in last season's final, I will never understand why Fessy has more value to her than Josh. After a while, Amanda tries to expose Tori and Corey for egging Josh on, but they're not taking any responsibility for this. Later on in the night, Fessy comes to Josh while he's sitting in bed and hugs him, while Josh cries. Fessy tries to apologize, but Josh is like, "You put hands on me. It's done." Kaycee and Nanny listen and cry while Fessy apologizes for always making negative comments and putting Josh down, but notice how he doesn't actually apologize for going against the alliance by throwing Amber in. He still doesn't regret it, and I hate how Josh isn't holding him accountable for it.
No, you up, bro. You put hands on me, and now it's done. You've become one of my best friends and you dogged me for what? What do you gain from it, bro? Nothing. And it hurts. It's been hurting.
Also, why was Nanny and Kaycee crying? Kaycee could have definitely handled this fight/argument Josh and Fessy had better. She could have become the mediator, even if that meant choosing Josh's side, if that meant it would have calmed Josh down. Then later address the situation and pinpoint where Josh was at fault. The next morning, a group of players talk with Emmy about who she'd pick as her new partner if she gets into elimination and wins. And she reveals she'd choose Uncle CT. He just winks at everyone, not confirming or denying if he likes the plan. And then Emmy says that Berna even told her not to steal CT earlier that morning, but she lied and said she wouldn't. They even hug it out, and Emmy just smiles as she admits her own deception to all the vets sitting in the room. And the vets are loving this. They even make her sign her name in hot sauce on a cutting board to join their alliance.
If you put it in hot sauce, it's set in stone.
he put hands on someone, so he's deactivated. Fessy is officially gone. TJ lays down the law and gives him only 15 minutes to pack and say his goodbye.
You put hands on somebody. You're deactivated.
Shut the TJ, please.
You're done.
No.
Cut. That's it.
Fessy hugs everyone while Josh cries, and in his final interview, he says something about how this one is on him and he takes responsibility for his actions, blah, blah, blah. Then Kaycee makes some comment about how it all comes down to pizza, which we all know it doesn't, and I'm mad again because that's just minimizing the whole situation. Kaycee needs to find several and sit her ass down. Tori starts out by apologizing for making the joke about Fessy eating Amber's pizza, knowing that was the catalyst for everything. Then Corey also apologizes for the part he played in instigating things, and Josh starts talking about how sorry he is for letting his anger get the best of him. Blah blah. Whatever. Blah. Whatever. I am over this now, and thankfully so are Nani and Devon, who steer the conversation to the task at hand. Fessy's gone, he's not dead. You gotta just love and appreciate Devon. He's got the, Fessy's gone, he's not dead. He's got deactivated from a game. The game goes on. You gotta love Devon. Devon, Kyle, and CT. As long as you have those three, whatever other shenanigans you have going on, it's fine. As long as they are not part of the drama, I'm good.
I don't want to go down there, but if I want to be able to pick my partner, I have to go down there, so.
To no one's surprise, except maybe Esther, the compromised agents end up being Fessy and Esther instead of Hughie and Emmy. After the vote, Emmanuel has a private conversation with Emmy about how Kaycee and him could vote her in against Esther this time so she could get a different partner when she wins. Berna just can't leave Amber alone. She goes to Kaycee and pitches sending Amber into the elimination against Esther because in Berna's mind, Amber started everything and has been getting off easy. Thankfully, CT agrees that he needs to ditch his partner because she's doing too much. Berna is reckless and he can't trust her anymore. It's elimination time.
Begin. You're each going to start on either side of that hallway. When I say go, you will race through your opponent. Climb the cage and ring the bell.
And from their first collision, it's clear that Esther isn't giving up without a fight. She and Emmy wrestle and struggle for a long time in the middle of the hall. Emmy eventually muscles her way to the chain link fence and rings the bell, winning the first round. And while Esther actually climbs up the fence first, she misses her bell by less than an inch while Emmy rings her bell, winning the entire thing. Emmy chooses CT and blindsides Berna, and CT puts on his best acting skills as he pretends like he had no idea Emmy was going to pick him. What do you think about everything that went down? Are you pleased Fessy finally faced a consequence for his actions? Do you agree with the narrative Esther pushes of how Amber is lying but can't back that up, and now Kaycee is also lying about nothing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.